Let me show you now the things to come. Soldiers, forces rushing through. They see everything you do.
Here comes Yangwood Dragon Year 2024 on February 10th. Okay, here it comes. Green Dragon Year will affect everyone with energies of building up scales upon yourself and your holdings to protect what you have and to continue to accumulate family, friends, property, homes, holdings, and cash. Okay? With that said, we must all beware that the need to defend yourself could present itself as either pushing people away with passive-aggressive behavior or by cutting people off from your social circles with judgment that is too ruthless and too cruel. All right? Wealth comes from properly managing your relationships with other people or groups of people. Relationships are paramount when it comes to acquiring, preserving, and building your riches. The tannin, the word tannin, or dragon of Genesis 1:21, or the great dragon of Revelation 12:9, was cast down, okay, was thrown down, was cast down, and is turned into a snake to crawl upon his belly, just like in the Chinese astrology, where snake year follows dragon year. That's what it is. It's the Chinese astrology that the Bible is based on, and that's what it's starting to tell you. Now, keep in mind that Goddess Mother Mary stands upon a snake. In statues of Mary, she's very frequently standing upon a snake. And the first apparition of Our Lady of Fatima happened in snake year, Chinese snake year, of 1917. This is about astrology. The Bible is about astrology, Chinese astrology, and Samayan astrology too. Now, also, the Merciful Goddess Quan Yin rides upon a dragon. Again, snake year follows dragon year. Okay? So, Quan Yin represents dragon year. Mother Mary represents snake year. And snake follows dragon. So, it's all telling you of Chinese astrology. That's what it's telling you. That's what the Bible's about. Now, in Chinese astrology, dragon can, you know, you have a situation where the dragon gets hurt, okay? There's a lot of mythologies in a lot of different cultures where dragons end up getting whittled down into snake, where they cut the limbs off and turn them into a snake. That's in a lot of different mythology, okay? Now, in Chinese astrology, dragon can fortunately add to his members and to his treasures by dealing with people in a smart fashion, or if he is not mindful, he might injure himself by being too harsh with others and thus severing off many of the relationships which he cherishes most in life. So you have to choose wisely during dragon year, okay? So in Genesis 3:14, that's Genesis 3:14, a harsh God harms dragon, cutting off his arms, legs, and wings to shape him into a snake, okay? So the Bible isn't the only place where this mythology is, but it is one of the ones that is the most well known, and is one of the ones where it's most clearly stating that that's what's being done. So what happens is, in dragon year, people begin to feel that people are trying to cut them off from their friends or their groups or their job or their family or their money, cut them off from this and that, you know, do things to cut off their communications, cut off their way to get things they need, their transportation, their supplies. This is the kind of thing that people feel in dragon year, okay? Because they can feel snake year coming when there's a lot of war. Well, that's usually when America gets involved in war. And World Trade Center happened in a snake year, the 9/11. 9/11 happened in a snake year, and September is snake month, okay? And also, America entered World War I and World War II in snake years. So just understand that. So in dragon year, people put on armor, people build up scales, they protect themselves. But what happens, okay, what happens is people become so protective and defensive, they might start cutting off their own friends or their own family or their own situations, you know? They start to, you know, if something looks injured, they might cut it off and say, I don't want to deal with it anymore. That looks like it's injured, so I don't want to deal with it. You know, that, you know, this, like this social media platform I'm using, something's wrong, I'm just going to cut it off. Oh, try to avoid that. Try to avoid cutting things off just because something's not perfect. Again, you know, like many wise people say, don't make perfect the enemy of good, okay? Especially in Dragon Year. Because you can do very well in Dragon Year if you are more patient, if you resist the urge to be too harsh with people, if you resist the urge to cut people off. I'm not saying let people be harsh with you. No, you go ahead and build your protections. It's okay to build your protections, the scales, your shields. That's okay. But don't sever things, because you might end up hurting yourself more than anybody else hurting you, okay? You understand? Yeah, that's right. All right. So I'm just saying, I can feel it's only rabbit year right now. It's not going to come till February 10, 2024. It's soon though. And I can feel the energies coming already, the way people are acting. I can feel it, okay? So I just want to give you a heads up. Okay, thanks for joining us, and we'll keep you informed, and we'll see you soon.
Let me show you now the things to come. Let me show you how and where to run.